Hey, Meghann, Scully, and this is the Limerick Post Show. We're here in Dolans and I'm joined by Bressie. How are you getting on?
Very good, very good. How are you?
Really well. This is a lovely surprise interview. You're down here working a little magic with the Blizzards. Tell me what's going on.
Well, Dolans were very kind to offer us their space to do production rehearsals, so we're getting on the road again. New album coming out, so we had to kind of get our live stuff together. So when you're lucky enough and Dolans go here, take the venue for the day. We're going to go through all our technical stuff, so we're down in Limerick for the day. How's that?
I was just going to say, and you get to be in Limerick today. Now, you're no stranger to Limerick. You're up and down here quite a bit, and I believe, is it your tattoo artist down here?
Yes, Ross Bago, yeah, he's all-star. Like my mum, every time I come down here, mum just expects me to come back with a tattoo. So if she's like, I'm not coming getting a tattoo today, it's going to production rehearsal, it's fine. So every time I go down here, I generally come back with new tattoos. So, but my mum has said, my left arm is mine, and the rest is hers. So the rest of my body I can't touch.
Okay.
She says, do whatever you want with your left arm. You touch the rest of it, you're gone, you're out.
And as you can see, there's your left arm, there's the right arm, totally clear.
Totally clear, mum. And I'm not a hope. That's her real estate, apparently. So she goes, I pushed you out now, I've got a call on that. So that's my mum's kind of philosophy, and the rest of mine. She doesn't like tattoos.
Interesting, my mother's the same, and if I come home with a tattoo, she's like, does that come off? And I'm like, no, man, it's permanent.
I always tell her that like by the time I'm 50 or 60. Because that's her argument all the time. Oh, when you're old, it's like, I won't care.
Yeah.
I won't care. It's grand. Relax.
We'll be covering tattoos by then. Talk to me about this new album and how long it's been the process.
Too long. Making albums is hard. It's hard because it's in the way the music industry's changed since we've stopped playing. Albums become kind of, in terms of mainstream, it can become quite less relevant. It's all the streaming and singles. And albums are essential if you're a band because they're a body of work and they tell a story from a period of time, whatever the band, over a couple of months. So I was kind of a bit worried coming back because I was like, does anyone care anymore about albums? But they do, they definitely do. And it's important, not just for the artists, but most people who like the band or into the band, people love records, but it's just the way the market has gone, it's just all streaming now. And it's a totally different industry to when we kind of left and took a 5-year break, which was probably a bit longer than we expected. But when we came back, we were like, oh, Jesus Christ, so it's like, it's all streaming.
What do you make of the whole streaming and Spotify?
I mean, it's great. It's because people getting access to more music. Like the only thing with music and algorithm for me, this thing scares me. When I was younger, the best part of music was discovering music. And the way algorithms work, no matter whether it's music or TV or Netflix, is they start giving you the stuff that you watch. So you tend to only either listen or watch the stuff that you've watched the first time. Whereas I think music, it's lovely to discover something that you didn't expect to discover. So that type of stuff, when I was growing up, that was quite important to me. Like, I mean, I went from like ABBA to death metal to Cannibal Corpse to bands like this, but I used to listen to everything. So I worry a little bit about the kind of algorithmy of it all. And the actual Blizzard's new album is called The Last Great Algorithm, and it's kind of playing off that. But we kind of know how to figure out everything in the world now except ourselves. It's the only thing left where we're like going, I know how to do this, this, and this, but I have no idea how my head works. So that's where The Last Great Algorithm came from.
That's so interesting. And with the whole thing of streaming and online, everything changing, I noticed a lot of bands are bringing out cassette tapes and vinyl. So is there any plan for that?
We actually have a mixtape of cassette tapes that we're going to send out to the radio station. The issue isn't them, is nobody has anything to play them with. I do have a car at home that still has a cassette in it, and it still works. And you know, the one thing about vinyl is, what vinyl has done, which I'm really happy about, it's brought back the importance of how things sound.
Yeah.
Because when we went through just MP3 and it was all digital, you can record pretty crappy sounding stuff and it still sounds okay. But with vinyl, if it's badly recorded and it's not sonically set, it sounds terrible in vinyl. So for me, when in a recording studio, it's quite nice that people are starting to value that, how things sound now, rather than how they just the song themselves. So the kind of audio geeky, nerdy people like me love that about vinyl, because vinyl is warm sound, it's a different sound than the digitally kind of enhanced stuff you would hear in your headphones from Spotify.
It's funny because I have like records from the 70s and kind of early 80s, and now all of a sudden there's a gap, and now I've got ones from this year, so I'm like, oh, it's all come back in. Now talk to me about this movie that's coming out.
You don't really need to. It's the strangest thing I've done. I tell you what happened was, we sent a song into radio, a single, coming from this record, and one particular radio station, usually when you get your feedback, you're grand, like, well, we're okay with this, the song's crap, don't worry about it, that's fine with me. But the feedback we got from this particular person was that the song was, and this was in quotes, too guitar-y. What's that? Too guitar-y. So we kind of was like, that's a little weird. Kind of guitars become illegal. There's this whole kind of thing about too guitar-y as feedback, and so we could have got really upset and angry about it, or we could do something about it. So we made a film, and that's where it came from. And the film is about the death of guitar music, with a song which is also in the album called "Who Would Want to Be the Guitar Man." So it was a total playoff, and it's a mockumentary, and we made a complete, had a bit of crack with it, and that's what you do. Like, the other thing is, like, as a band, if we just put out an album without a label, without a big machine behind us, it'll just disappear. So you need to think of it differently, and come at it differently, and that's why we made a film, to try and have a different approach to, because that's what bands do now.